if anything, let's go around the room. I'll start with Stuart first, and then I'll come to me, and then you, Indy. So Stuart, what projects would you like to see come out of this, even if it's already been mentioned in the article? What projects of those would you personally like to see, and do you have any original projects from the Creedverse you would like to see highlighted too?
Well, I like the idea of a Drago spin-off movie. I think that'd be the form it would work best at as a movie instead of a TV show. Um, for the anime, I feel like doing kind of a prequel. Like there's two different types of prequels they could totally do with it. An Apollo Creed prequel would definitely be really interesting to see. And if they want to almost if they almost want to step away from boxing completely, I mean, you could also do a Rocky prequel about like, kind of him coming to America, trying to find opportunity, but discovering that, the easiest way to make money for himself at the moment is to work with a couple of gangsters because he was like, working for that one dude, breaking people's thumbs who weren't, paying him back on time, that kind of a thing. It would be interesting to see how he got that job. So a prequel would be a cool route to go for an anime. As for like kind of a TV show, live action TV show, I think doing a series for Damien and having it really focused on him, like now he's out of prison and now he's trying to basically, move back into society. And he's trying to like, find his place in this new world. I feel like that'd be like a really interesting route that you could take it. You could do some really good social commentary in there if you wanted to. Yeah, I think those are some ideas that I would go with if I was like, in the writing room, I guess.
Yeah, I dig some of those ideas. I feel like the idea of a Rocky prequel is kind of being might actually be being thrown around also. So we'll see how they certainly execute that. If I had some projects, one of the things I did like is something that Indy definitely said. I love the idea of an animated series following Adonis, and it would certainly take place between Creed 2 and Creed 3. Because I think for me, I was kind of surprised going into Creed 3 to hear like the idea of him already retired. I was like, wait, no, I wanted to see him still kind of in his prime, defending his titles and his belts and stuff. And so I think an anime series would really work in regards to following Adonis's career and some of the battles that he's kind of had to go through, title defenses and storylines and things like that leading up to Creed 3. I do think that there's a lot of potential in there. What I do think the idea of a Drago movie, like Indy said, is pretty compelling, but I'm personally okay if I don't see it. The compelling case is the idea that he also popped up in Creed 3. So he clearly has a connection to Adonis after the battle in Creed 2. So maybe that's a route that you go. The TV series side of things, I'm in agreement with you, Stuart. I love the idea of seeing something Damian Anderson, a Damian series, having Jonathan Majors kind of come back. And even though he was sort of like the older one out of the Creed 3 movie, I would be curious and see if even after the result of Creed 3, if he still decides to be a part of boxing. I do wonder if there's a story that certainly could be told for Damien at some point in time. And look, I love Jonathan Majors, so any excuse to bring him back, I'm certainly there for. As far as a television series for his daughter, I would be completely open to the idea of a television series for her. Because there's a part of me that thinks almost that by the end of this Creed property, that it's no longer going to be Adonis sort of at the forefront, but it'll be his daughter maybe carrying on the mantle to maybe lead her own Creed film. Whether or not that's a Creed 5 or Creed 6, who certainly knows, but I do think that there's a world we live in where we get one more Adonis Creed film, and then maybe passing the baton onto his daughter, whether that be a live action that then leads into a Creed 5 or 6, whatever the case certainly may be. But those are some of the projects I personally would like to see also. So I kind of like the mindset in which we're at. Indy, do you want to go over some of the ones that you had brought up a second ago? Or do you have any other ones that we haven't mentioned that you're really eyeing?
I'm really interested in Bianca's life and
Ah,
career, you know what I'm saying, as well, being not only, you know what I'm saying, a performer, but a mother and a wife, you know what I'm saying, of a famous boxer, you know what I'm saying, champion boxer. So looking at how she's dealing with that and her own health issues would be interesting to me, even if it's like a mini series, you know what I'm saying, type thing, just something for that, because to be honest with you, Tessa Thompson, like, she thrives in that particular role, you know what I'm saying. She is the Adrian, you know what I'm saying, of this series, if not more. So I'd be very happy for anything to come off of this, if it has a specific story to tell. I
right.
don't want anything that goes, oh, this is popular, so we're gonna do it for money. But the thing about with Michael B. Jordan and with just like Sylvester Stallone, Sly Stallone did not want to do a Rocky movie if the story wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? The story had to be there for him to do the movie. I kind of feel like Michael B. Jordan feels the same way about the characters he's plays. If there's nothing that's going to elevate this particular story of this person, whether it's a spinoff to somebody else or anything like that, there's no reason to do it. So I don't think they're going to do anything that doesn't mean something to the history of the character to start off with.
Yeah, no, I totally get you there. Also, I think if there's anyone that really stands out to me that I would like to see more than anything, the anime series. I think the idea of announcement of an anime series really surprised a lot of us. But just considering the influences that we just saw from Creed 3, from Michael B. Jordan, it almost feels like it almost writes itself. Like, yes, please, can we get an anime? So we'll see what winds up coming out of this.